What's up, everybody? Let me see if I could share this in a few groups real quick on Facebook before I say what I need to say, and then pretty much shut it down. If you tuning in, just put the city and state where you're tuning in from. But it's certain things that I've been seeing, and I'm just like, I gotta address this shit because it's honestly and truly just getting on my nerves, and it has been for a while because it seems like um it's not getting better and people are still oh man, like I said, it's just frustrating. What's up, everybody watching, whoever is watching? um if anybody wants to come on, feel free to hit me up. I'll send you the link because I'm just speaking my piece. Like this isn't one of those instances where I have a topic or anything like that, but I just shared it in a few groups. Now, let me share it in one more group. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I got shared in two more groups. Real talk, and then reset. I wanted to come on here and make this video because, as y'all know, since the beginning, I've been against the agenda. I've never strayed away from it. I've never conformed, and I've been against it from the beginning. And me and a few of the people that I know, we called how everything was going to play out, and it's been playing out like that to a T. So recently, if you look at my Facebook page, I put up a post comparing whatever that dude name was that had the cult to Fraudchi. Now I don't say his name. And the person's gonna say in the comments, and y'all can go check it out yourself. Well, I got my, and the third one and the fourth one, whatever it was, and me and my friends, there's nothing wrong with us and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Let me stress this to that person and anybody else who's saying the same thing. It takes up to 10 years for clinical trials. I'm going to stress this. This is science. You can go look yourself. It takes up to 10 years. So when you factor in different people, people's body makeup are not the same. People are going to react differently. Steven, here's my thing, and I'm being real with you. I'm not joking when I say this. I'm not going to lose my train of thought, everybody. If you are having unprotected sex with somebody who got the shot and you didn't get it, it's dangerous. I'm just going to leave it like that. Honestly, you need to leave it alone. I'm not joking. And Steven, like I said, if you wanna come on, then feel free. So the biggest thing about this is, since people's body makeups are different, some people gonna have reactions immediately, some people gonna have reactions later. But what I will tell you, and this is something you can check for yourself, the people who have gotten it, excuse me, the people who have gotten right, notice how often they've been sick. More than likely, if you didn't get it, you haven't been sick, and you haven't been sick as much. And there is still people walking around like this. For what reason? It doesn't prevent anything. It doesn't prevent anything. This has been proven. Now, this is something else I'm gonna put out there for y'all. If anybody wants the link or whatever, hit me in the messenger if you're watching on Facebook. Steven, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the I'll put it in the comments. It's all good. All right. If anybody wants to come on, all you gotta do is hit that link in the comments. Not a problem. So take these golf shoes off. Excuse me, everybody. I can get comfortable. All right. Now, there was a lawsuit by some nurses who sued because obviously they were fired or let go from their job because they refused to get this. They just won a $10.3 million settlement. Why is that? The other thing I want to harp on is, why is the WHO holding hearings or whatever about banning conspiracy theorists and everything like that? Come on, like, how is it that a person speaking their piece, saying whatever they believe, why is that a problem? Why should they be silenced? Come on now. Do me a favor, because when we're looking on StreamYard at the comments, some people's names come up and some people come up as Facebook user. So whoever put, give me 1 second, whoever put respect at 820 and whoever put wow at 825, please put your name so I know who it is. So when you start thinking about that and you noticing things like that, it should be red flags. Why is it that certain doctors could say whatever they want as long as they're for the agenda? But, oh man, what's up, sis? Hold up. Stevie G, you on, Holmes?
What's up, bro?
I guess you was on. You're gone now. That was quick. That might have been the fastest.
Hold on. As she called, look. Let me tell you something, bro. Look, the universe be moving, man. How timely. I'm just sitting here like in despair. It was a basic question. Do you know anything about CRISPR? Why did you take it? I don't want to talk about this. We didn't talk about, bro, we didn't went it deep, bonding good, right? You can't ask a fundamental question and then you want to allude to agree to disagree card. This is not an agree to disagree card. If you can talk about everything else, what was the psychology that made you do it? You know what it is? I watched the news. Where did you get your information from? Answer my question first. What was it that made you confident in getting this?
Hold that thought, Stevie. Let me stress this. Whatever you do, don't say the C word, don't say the V word, and don't say this. Just go like this if that's how you want to do it. That way we can go ahead and keep this going. So go ahead.
No doubt.
The story.
No doubt. Is jab cool?
I like to we like to say Fauci ouchie. See,
Fauci ouchie. I can deal with that.
There you go.
I'm getting inundated. Must feel the energy. We're getting inundated right now. I try not to let this be a deal breaker. I deal with clients being in their home doing upscale kitchen remodeling. Most have graduated past, whether they want to admit it or not, they made a grieve uninformed error. Because when asked the question, did you acquire after or before getting victory opposed? You know what I mean? We'll use victory for, you know what I'm saying? And the question was no. I said, well, me not striving for that victory lane, and here's the other problem I have for so-called believers. They say that they trust God, but yet you've heard about revelation and all things that supposedly come from a book that has its questions as well, right? Many of us have fallen away because we have our third eye opening. Not to say that it doesn't have value in it, because I wouldn't be the man I am today had I not got the values that were in that teaching. But let's grow up and educate ourselves. Why do we say we serve a God, but then we won't question the God? Hey, look here, I'm gonna go out here and do some educational work as a black man, supposed to be the progenitor along with the black woman, that make sure that I'm not leading myself astray or others. And you talk about these times that we in, and we find out what we've been given is gruel and a fallacy, right? So now at this particular time in technology, you can't do the simple math. It takes clinical trials. And hold on, what happened to AIDS? Where'd that go?
Nah, no. Let me say this based on what you just said.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, have you had unprotected sex with this chick?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to stress this to you. I'm going to stress this to you. When you have unprotected sex with someone who got that shot, it's damn near like you got the shot. I'm warning you.
You talking about the nanobots traveling through the fluid?
Don't remember. That's another word. Yeah. Like, you have to be mindful. And what I'm gonna say to you with that is, if Dr. Price makes another trip to Ohio, I'm gonna link you up with him so you can see your blood under a microscope.
That's already my man. I just talked to him the other day.
Who, Dr. Price?
Yeah, Lamar Price. That's my man.
Okay.
You tell him who I am. You'll know. That's me and him already plugged.
Okay.
He just started the blood testing though, but prior to that, he was doing the eye and everything else.
Yeah. Have you seen him since he started doing the blood?
No, he was in LA when the last live he was on, but then we called and billed for a minute. But no, he hasn't. I haven't been informed when he's back in Cleveland, but you like get an update from colleagues that I met him through.
Make sure you talk to him so you can see your blood. So I'm praying that you're good. And
I'm good anyway.
No. I'm saying that because that was the missing piece that people weren't catching on to.
Right.
The missing piece was, if we don't get it, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
But they know the one thing that humans gonna do is fuck.
Right.
They know that.
And drink water.
Since they know that, they knew that was a way to kind of intertwine anybody who didn't get it. So it may not be as severe, but the stuff that's in it could possibly be detrimental. But once you test it, that's the main thing. As long as you don't see the same things that goes on with somebody who got it, you're good. So please,
man, that's crazy that you suggested my man's, and we already linked. And I'll definitely be. In fact, I hit him tomorrow and find out when he's touching down again. He usually likes me to come out and build anyway, because what we talk about a lot is how they got us here with fear. And
my man,
that's the main.
You older than me. Since you're older than me, what I've been telling people is, I have never in my life seen them promote death on the news consistently for months. And it turned into, they have never done that. And they beat it.
No, never.
They kept doing it over and over and over again. But simple-minded people, they fell for the okie doke. And that's sad, because I know people like me, like somebody like me, and I'm putting this out there for everybody who's watching. I do not take medication. I don't even take Tylenol or any of that if I get a headache. So
I will take an Advil every once in a while, but other than that, no.
I don't take nothing. If I don't take nothing, why would I do that? And people not get like, so my whole thing is, anybody who's healthy, why would you do that? It makes no sense. You actually believe you're not going to go the natural route. You're going to put something artificial in your body to fight a sickness. Everybody gets sick at some time in their life. That's natural.
And not only that, though, you know what? It's crazy because right before this happened, we go back and find information that, well, at my age, it was frowned on with Reverend Ike because he got caught up in mail, doing the mail chain letters and everything like that. That was a new thing back in the day in the 70s and 80s. So it tainted the message that he was putting out. And, we can all say he had a pimp style or whatever, but his videos are now available. He was speaking like metaphysically, you guys are missing the points when it comes down to scripture. Now, he was talking to a religious audience, but what he was saying, even then, he was telling, like, how do old ladies talk about they believe and activate their faith, but as soon as they say they have a flu shot coming, a bird shot, or whatever else coming, they run quickly to go get it. And he was making a point of that back then in the early 80s and the 70s. And it's like, it was crazy, the hypocrisy in seeing what he was saying that played right into where we're at now. And now we're not even talking about old ladies. And then I don't know if I can say that, if you had to call 911 or 411, but we know what we're talking about when we get that information out there. We fell for that, but yet that was proven by the masses that are our counterparts that, what really went down. But when you ask those type of questions to get a testing of who you're dealing with, so many fall for the okie doke, man, because they don't do any critical thinking. And then, now it is true, when you get on YouTube, Google, or whatever, you have to do some deciphering and discernment. But you want to talk about discernment of the spirit, you don't have your emotions together to be even talking about discernment of the spirit. You need to get your common sense together before you start trying to get spiritual. Because most of that is haughty, get quick high, and Monday you right back doing the same thing because you haven't did any primary meditation on who you are and what you stand for. What you're looking for is a magic trick, and that's what you got, a magic trick. You don't even know what the crispy crunch where it came from. You never went to the nucleus to find out what you was getting involved with. And this was so crazy. I gotta add this: the person that created, which was a white woman, she was just like the person that created the nuclear bomb. She almost went crazy because she knew what she had did when she created the CRISPR, because she knew she had unleashed something that was unnatural and ungodly to the point she almost went crazy. They had to talk her. She was off the scene for like 2 or 3 months after she had given what's now part of our antidote to the society at large, the science community. She almost lost her mind.
Well, I wanna put this out there for everybody because this is the part that frustrates me. Sore throat, cough, cold, sniffles,
information,
strep throat, flu, allergies.
Yep.
I just named 7 things that have been going on for the longest time. And now all of a sudden, whenever a person gets sick, they want to say, you got this. Stop it.
Yep.
Stop it. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard.
Well, it's like a placebo effect. It's like a placebo effect because you have and you are what you say you are.
No. We're not even gonna go that far. The problem is I'm talking about if someone gets sick now.
Right, I know what you're saying.
Outsiders are automatically saying they got this. No,
right.
Stop it. The common the common cold is gone. So the sniffles are gone. Having a fucking cough. If something is in your throat, you cough. So if I have a cough, I automatically got, come on now. And that's the part that is so frustrating because, like we said thousands of times on this show, the person who created the PCR test said out of his mouth, you cannot use it to test for this. He said it out of his mouth. He's the person that created the test, and all of a sudden he dies pretty much right after he says that. Y'all don't find that strange?
Well, Felucci Carucci did change his story multiple times based, and I don't know if I can say that too, but based on where you're getting your information, it was incorrect, had to retract multiple times and wonder why people such as ourselves call him a kook, because you're being steered in order to make sure the agenda is rolled out.
the great thing about this is streaming on my Facebook page also. This message is for everybody who lives and dies by what Fraud Chief says. This is the same man who came out his face and said AIDS came from a monkey in Africa.
Come on, man.
So I want
alluding to us.
I really want y'all to think about that. This
alluding
man,
to us is if to say it came from us.
That you want to believe that AIDS, excuse me, your source, the person who you're going to trust and believe, said that AIDS came from a monkey in Africa.
Come on, man.
You believe what he's saying? That doesn't make any sense. Tia Al or Tia AI, what you can do is you can also watch on YouTube. Just type in Unplugged FYM. If anybody's watching on Facebook right now, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe at Unplugged FYM. And the other thing I'm going to say is, if you're watching right now, it says 13 people are watching. In the comments, put the city and state where you're watching from. The reason why that's important is because like-minded individuals like ourselves, we have to make sure we connect with each other. And so many people, they feel like they're alone. So with that being said, we have to make sure that we are connecting with each other. You may end up putting the city and state where you are. Somebody might be living down the street from you. So now you don't feel alone. You can link up with somebody. So in the comments, don't put it in the private chat. In the comments, put the city and state where you are. We have to make sure that we connect. And if you're watching on the page, make sure you subscribe at Unplugged FYM on YouTube, and also go on Facebook and request to join the group, Unplugged Free Your Mind. That way we can start connecting with each other and everything like that, because we can't stop. They're not going to stop. They're going to do it. Come on. Like now it's fucking monkeypox.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like,
hey, there's a problem.
And it's the same script. They're using the same, they're using the same exact language as they use for this shit. They don't change, but people don't understand. You have to change, because so many people are waking up. But the issue is we've lost so many before they could wake up. That's the other problem, because so many people trusted these motherfuckers like they actually gave a fuck about your health before, when they never did and they never will. Because what I'm going to say to y'all is this: it's not normal for people to have myocarditis. It's not normal for people in their fucking 20s and 30s to have strokes and fucking blood clots and heart attacks. If it happens once in a while, yes. It's becoming normalized, and people not putting two and two together. There is no fucking way that a 20-year-old should be having a stroke. Not.
Well, this is population control. It's population control, and it's a reason for it. It's because the time frame of annihilation, self-annihilation, not being able to procreate. You got to think about. And look, this is not for everybody. So when I say these things, there is always a select few that's conscious, that have some moral values, that not caught up in the rigmarole. We have to put that disclaimer out there too. Who they are, only the spirit man can figure those things out when you encounter them based on the actions. Because actions are important, way more important than talk, right? But we know historically, this beast has never done anything but kill, steal, and destroy, just like what we call an adversary, which is not an adversary for us, the God man. We've been out of order. We coming back in order. We living in exponential times where there's an outpouring of technology. There's an outpouring of spiritual awareness, enlightenment, third eye, wherever you want to talk about it. You want to go to Kemet. We are living in a time that we're coming to a closing of an old chapter and an opening of a new chapter. The unfortunate part about it, we got a lot of coons out here now. And they come in all sizes, colors, and descriptions. You know what I mean? They cooning because they haven't done their homework. They haven't done know thyself. You know what I mean? To dig deep into the crates.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna call them coons. What we
No,
have to do,
I said
what we have
cooning.
to do it because you have to separate it. There's a lot of people out here who are just fucking ignorant.
Yeah, they sleep. That's
Like,
true.
and when you break it down like that, it's different because unfortunately you have so many people that just believe what someone tells them,
Right.
which is also very, very fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Now,
No due diligence.
the shit that I don't like is so many people who celebrities and whatever the fuck you want to call them and shit like that, who are out here advocating for this bullshit, and they doing it because they're getting paid and it can help their career. And I
Right.
also want to put this out there for everybody because I didn't get a chance to send it to everybody. If you can find it, it's a beautiful thing. On Instagram about 3 days ago, there was a post and there was an audio of a father calling a pharmacy.
Hmm.
He was going the fuck off because his child's mother took their child to that pharmacy to get this, and within days the child developed myocarditis. Within
Come on.
days, I'm talking about days. So he was going off on the person on the phone saying, how could you allow this to happen when you all knew this was a side effect? The
Right.
girl came out her face and said, we couldn't tell people because it would scare them. So she admitted, she literally on tape, because the guy was like, I record all of my phone calls.
Right.
He got it on tape with admitting that, and they immediately took that fucking video down. So what I'm gonna put a challenge to everybody out there. Find, it's an audio. That it's not a video, it's an audio. If you find it, it is very, very powerful. But YouTube, Instagram, that shit is gone. But I'm telling
Give
you,
us the name. Give us the name of the disease it created or disorder, and what is it?
oh, myocarditis is a heart issue.
Okay.
If you look it up, myocarditis is what has been developing in people 30 and under who got it. It's been rampant. There was a girl like when all this first happened, it was a college student in Northwestern. She died. Like, it's been so much covered up that it's scary. And if y'all haven't noticed this, Fauci is supposed to be stepping down in December.
Yeah, I heard something about that recently.
All of a sudden, he's stepping down. But the fact of the matter is that people still gonna be out here pushing. I just want to stress to people, please, if you made the mistake of getting the Fauci ouchie, oh shit, I think my people Tamara just put it on. She just put the audio for the father talking to the pharmacist is on BitChute. That's perfect. That is beautiful. So if you don't know what BitChute is, it's where you can post videos and it won't get deleted. Okay. That's when you can find truth and shit like that. So just like Rumble and things like that. So the reason why this is so gangster is because we can't allow them to keep dictating what they want to say. We have to make sure that the truth is getting put out there. This isn't over, because what y'all need to understand is this: whether you've had a side effect now or whether you're going to have a side effect later, this was about money. Yep. So now you're going to be, they're going to be in your pockets for the health issues that you're going to end up having later on, because they're going to be the only ones that can treat you. If you want a great example of how this played out, everybody watching right now, watch the movie V for Vendetta.
Oh wow! Damn, you going there?
Movie. If you watch that movie and pay attention to what it said, and if you pay attention as to the reason why, the people
going up the wall
together and everything like that, I don't want to give it away, but if you pay attention to that, it will blow your fucking mind. And there are a bunch of movies out there. I've posted it on my page about certain movies that y'all need to watch, certain documentaries that you need to watch. And when you watch, you can be like, oh shit, this is fucking real. And we can't just conform. You can't just conform. You can't sit here and say, oh, I just put it like this. I have never taken a test and I damn sure didn't get this. The reason why is because My body's going to tell me when I'm sick. I don't need a test to tell me that. That doesn't make any
Mhm.
sense.
Right.
We have, this is a machine that we have.
Come on.
It's a well-oiled machine. When something's
Right.
wrong, it tells you. You don't allow an outsider to tell you what's wrong with your motherfucking body because your body's going to tell you that. Whether if your nose is running, that means your body is releasing mucus. It's getting stuff out. All of this stuff is science. What they're doing is they want to play God.
Oh yeah.
It don't work like that. And stop accepting that shit. Stop justifying the shit that they're doing because it doesn't make any sense. And for anybody out there who want to say that bullshit, but when we was kids, you know, we got this, we had got
that was the argument. That was the argument.
We got these V's before and this, that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
And we didn't know any better.
Let's just break that down. Number one, your parents ain't know no better.
Right.
Number two, you're probably suffering from some health issues that you probably wouldn't have had if you wouldn't have got it. Third, the ones that we got allegedly actually prevented shit. And and they also went through the clinical trials before they did it. In this instance, it was rushed and it is still an experimental drug.
Not to mention,
here's one more thing about that. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get your thought out. The clinical trials for this is not over until 2023. If the clinical trials are not over until 2023, how the fuck can it be safe and effective? If you don't want to believe what I'm saying, go to clinicaltrials.gov. You can see it for yourself. This is their documentation. They're going to give you the information, but most of y'all motherfuckers don't want to look because you want to listen to everything and believe everything that you hear on TV. Go ahead with your thought, bro.
I was going to say, when you were talking about the previous things that we had, smallpox, mumps, measles, those were isolated for those particular things. What has come in the advent of later years has been a cocktail for things that weren't even considered to be contagious or a serious threat. They were considered to be thrown together to prevent just in case. Just in case of what? When there's no threat. So we've been treated like lab rats, especially our kids have been treated like lab rats till there has been a fallout and a cry to stop having these particular things being injected into our kids without permission or wherefore what they're doing. And when anytime questioned by the establishment, when you question the establishment, when you have a child, they want to try to play you as ignorant, and especially the black man. The black man is almost pushed out the room when it comes down to defending his family to say, hey, we're going to wait on that. They use the black woman to turn around and say, hold on, he ain't got no degree. He don't know what he's talking about. It's for the best interest of the child. And not to say all have fell for it, but a lot have, because they always want to dummy down the information that we've acquired to make us a little bit more cautious when we make a move. And that's what we need to be anyway.
Fam, I got one for you. Anybody who makes the statement, you ain't no doctor, where you getting your information from, why should I listen to you, and all that other shit. When you were a kid and your grandmother gave you them home remedies, why you ain't say that to her? So shut the fuck up. That doesn't make any sense, because you listen to her. She wasn't a doctor. She don't have a medical degree.
Them hot toddies work.
So all of that shit it makes no sense. And that's just these Agent Smith motherfuckers defending the system, which is the fucking issue. Stop defending a system that does not give a fuck about you.
Come on.
The fact that you will sit there and believe a stranger over somebody who knows you, who cares about you, doing their best to help you, is a problem. That is a fucking problem.
What happened about the 14 days too? What happened with the 14 days? That just went out the window real quick, didn't it?
Let me make a statement based on what you just said. The 14 days end up getting lowered when the NFL started bitching because of players. Now, all of a sudden, the alphabet gang that starts with the C, now all the stuff they were saying, you ain't got to do it no more. You don't have to quarantine. You ain't got to do all that. I wonder why. I wonder why all of a sudden. And just so y'all notice, for anybody out there who don't want to believe anything, Most of the employees that worked at that alphabet agency that's in Atlanta that starts with a C,
Right.
they didn't get it. So they telling you to get it. They telling you to get this. They did not get it.
Right.
That should be telling you something. But like I said, cats don't want to listen.
Look, I gotta say something. I am not promoting tobacco or anything else, but we even got it in our tobacco. Your Newport is just what it is. You know what I mean? It was steered for us. People don't even want to get on the brand that we'll just say American, whatever, so we're not promoting anything. And I'm not saying any of it's good. We don't do no homework on nothing. We just go for what everybody else doing. We do our blacks and everything else, but we won't even find if we're gonna participate in something to have the best of what it is, at least give us some chance at health. You know what I mean? So we just do whatever the crowd do. And unfortunately, our youth is definitely doing it. You know what I mean? Because the music that's put out now is low vibration, and it's coming from a source that has taken over the industry, but we accepted anything. And for old heads to be falling for the same trick dealing with this issue that we're talking about is a shame.
Nah, bruh. First off, the number that you put up here, this your phone number?
Yeah,
I'm going to text you that video that I was talking about.
that's what's up.
Based on what you just said, there are people in Tuskegee, Alabama who got this. That has to be the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. More than likely, your ancestors was fucked up from the Tuskegee experiment, and you gonna do okay. All right, you got it. No problem. All right.
But no, you know what? You don't have a degree, brother, in medical, and you is an internet celebrity. You don't do no homework because you watch the same news as far as what the masses will say. So I don't know where it makes you an authority to speak on anything.
Well, I ain't got myocarditis. I ain't got blood clots. I
Right.
ain't got parasites in my goddamn blood. I'm good. And I'm
You know,
you're right.
hold on, I got jumped off. I hit that link that you just sent me. Trying to get back.
For I'm gonna say this. For anybody who wants this video, if you're watching on Facebook, send me a message in the messenger. No. I know what, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Let me do this right now. Let me make this easy. Give me 1 second. If anybody wants this video, I want you to text me right now. My number is, hold up. Oh shit. There we go. If anybody wants this video, look on the screen and feel free to hit me up, text me, and I will send you this video. If you are a parent, you might start crying. The pain that you hear in this man's voice, this shit is real. And I'm hoping that the more people we get this to, the better. Here's my suggestion for everybody watching. Do not put this shit on social media. Do not put it on social media. Right. Text it to people. Text it to as many people as you possibly fucking can. Because I'm telling you right now, if you post this on social media, you're going to be in jail. You're going to be in Facebook jail or whatever. So we got it, but we have to put this information out because like we say on this show all the time, we have to be our own media. If we're not our own media, we're doomed. So I suggest for everybody, learn how to shoot a gun, learn how to plant your own motherfucking food, get certain books on survival tactics and things like that. That way you can protect yourself. Because at this rate, it's only going to get fucking worse. And it's not stopping. But the flip side of that is don't bite your tongue. I'm going to keep on speaking my piece no matter what. Because in my personal opinion, we have to. Right. And if we speak out enough, somebody's going to listen. You never know who's searching for that information. That right there, to me, is major, because so many people out here are like, they just feel so alone. I'm serious. So please, if you want this video, I got to send it to a bunch of people tonight. If you want this video, my number is on the screen right now. Text me right now. Say your name. You watching the show, or not watching the show? You watching this live, or whatever, and I'll go ahead and I'll text it to you. It's not a problem, because I don't want to send it on the Facebook Messenger. I don't want to do none of that shit. I want to text it to as many people as I possibly can, because this shit is real, and I'm so glad that we ain't got to really search for it, and it's on one of these platforms. So, oh, hold up. See? Oh no, that's old. I'm saying I saw phone numbers and I thought that was people wanting it or whatever. But Driz Dominguez, thank you for watching. Gianco, Khalid, Tamara, I'm gonna send it to you in a second. Atia, if you want it, text me right now. Who else? Lanya, if you want it. Hold up, and I see my phone starting to. Yeah, I'm getting messages now. But
wait,
my man, I appreciate you jumping on. If you want, we should be on tomorrow. That's when we normally have our show or whatever. Feel free to tune in, spread the word. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
I got one more question. Do you have any advice for those that have already partaken in, the falsehood, as far as proceeding with it? And, I need to talk to Brother Lamar too about that. What would be some preventive to get us back on track for those that have woken up?
It's nothing you can do, because once it's in you, it's not going anywhere. The only suggestion that I have for people who actually did it is the ground and earth. Walk outside barefoot in the grass as much as humanly possible, with the hope
I agree with that.
That helps. But the problem is, and he'll tell you the next time, because he told me about what happened with one of his clients who he gave detoxes to and everything like that, and she's gotten worse.
Wow.
So that, like, I'm not going to be one to sugarcoat anything.
Yeah,
I would never do that. But what I would say to everybody is this: if you got the Fauci ouchie, and now you've accepted that you've been lied to, do your best to save as many people as you possibly can. I say that with every inch of my soul, because the people who are they're gonna listen to you. They're not gonna listen to us because we didn't take it.
Right.
So since we didn't take it, why would they listen to us? But
right.
If you took it and you're having issues and things like that, and you tell them, look, I know you've been thinking about it. Don't make the same mistake I made, because people have lost their jobs over this bullshit.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot with it. And it's fucking dangerous. And I'm going to say this before I get off. If anybody doesn't know this, it's something called the PrEP Act. With the PrEP Act, the pharmaceutical companies and the alphabet agencies cannot be sued over these. Like, they cannot be sued.
They had you sign your permission away to be sued.
So here's the trick to that. What did they do? They put the responsibility on employers. If they put the responsibility on employers, people are going to start suing their employers. That in turn will shut down businesses, because they don't have the money to pay all of that shit out, which also crashes the fucking economy. But people not thinking like that. The other thing about all of this is, if you're supposed to get this and it's supposed to protect you, you should not have to sign a fucking waiver.
No doubt.
Does not make any sense. And the fact that y'all didn't catch on to that is sad. Y'all sat there and just signing shit and accepting shit because everybody else is doing it. I know as a kid, I was told be a leader, not a motherfucking follower. And I've been like that my entire life. So the fact that y'all follow motherfuckers that don't care about you is sad, It's dangerous. And for anybody who allowed their children to get that shit, that's fucking child abuse.
It is, no
But
doubt.
y'all not thinking like that because y'all just think it's what I gotta do. No.
We're gonna have a fallout. And one thing we need to do as a community more now than ever, along with our young black brothers being attacked and our young sisters, we got to stop doing some shit that we haven't been doing. We got to start getting life insurance in record numbers so we can start transferring wealth as this thing starts to take out our family members and friends. We got to quit playing games. That's how our counterparts stay in the game, by cashing in. And there's nothing wrong to benefit the rest of your family, which something is going to happen naturally, which is death. So we better quit letting our sons and young people in our family walk around without life insurance, to the point we can better our family, put that money to use to start building and getting these messages out in the proper way till we start building our own infrastructure.
I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm gonna text you the episode that we had about trust.
Okay.
And the insurance policy, and you really
The irrevocable trust. Yeah.
And after you watch it, make sure you get it out to people.
No
So
doubt.
once again, for everybody out there, because I'm getting ready to go ahead, I'm getting ready to end this. If you want me to send you the video, text me right now. I got 4 people. Check my iPad. I got 4 people that hit me up saying they want me to send it, and I got other people I need to send it to. So if you want me to send it to you, text me right now and I'll get it to you. If you forget or whatever, just go to BitChute.com and in the search, type in Father Calls Pharmacist. That's the video. It's like 7 to 8 minutes long, and then y'all hear what's up or whatever. But Steve, my man, I appreciate you jumping on. It was definitely nice meeting you.
Respect.
And for everybody else out there, y'all see how we let this brother come on and speak his piece? Y'all can do the same exact thing, especially when we have a show. So if anything, we will see all of y'all tomorrow, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate the love. Like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Go to Unplugged FYM, and so that way you can get notified or whatever whenever we go live with our show. And if you agree with anything that was said tonight, share this video on your page. Tag some people on this page. Like tag some people on the Facebook or whatever who need to see this. Send this to people that need to hear this shit. Because bottom line is, tough love is tough love, but it's reality. There is no sugarcoating nothing. We have to protect ourselves. Later, I love you, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.